One little light. That's all it took to render our car totally unusable. Yep. The little light in the rear of our vehicle was left on one night after we unloaded some things, and it stayed on for several days while we were gone. When we got back, everything in that car said, "I ain't starting, pal," because that one little light totally drained our battery. But then came the hero. Yes, up came our friend in his pickup truck with his trusty jumper cables. And those cables delivered the energy that my flat old battery needed to run again. Well, I'm Ron Hutchcraft, and I want to have a word with you today about human jumper cables. What does it take to get a drained and tired battery going again? A jolt from jumper cables that infuses the energy needed to revive it. And what does it take to get a drained and tired person going again? Human jumper cables that deliver new energy to revive them. I'm guessing that you know some right now who's pretty depleted, emotionally, mentally, maybe spiritually, physically. And when they turn the key, not much is happening because their battles and their responsibilities and maybe their loss have left them unable to get going again. And that's why God has given us each other, to be jumper cables for each other when we sense that someone we know is pretty run down. If you've got your eyes open for them, you'll see someone in need of an emotional and spiritual jump most every day of your life. There's a wonderful example of this. It's in 2 Timothy 1, verses 16 and 17, our word for today from the Word of God. This is the last letter Paul ever wrote. He's away from most of his friends. He's locked up in Caesar's prison in Rome, and he knows he may never leave there alive. And in fact, he won't. Then along comes an unsung hero called Onesiphorus, and he is God's jumper cables to help the great apostle find the energy to go on. Listen to Paul's testimony and think about how you could be this for someone you know. Here we go. May the Lord show mercy to the household of Onesiphorus, because he often refreshed me and was not ashamed of my chains. When he was in Rome, he searched hard for me until he found me. Okay, when you're one of God's jump starters, you wake up in the morning and you say, "Lord, show me who needs me today." And then you look for, you even go out of your way if necessary, to call that person who needs encouragement, or maybe needs someone to write them or email them or visit with them, text them, pray with them, Facebook them, stop and take time with them. It's almost always a sacrifice to do that because all the things you've got to do. But you may have nothing more important to do today than this extension of Jesus' love to someone who's really depleted right now. Your joy can jumpstart theirs. Your praying in faith can jumpstart theirs. Your affirmation of their value, their significance, can jumpstart them believing it again themselves. Your belief in them can re-energize their courage to get back in the ring for another round. Your reminder of who they really are to God and to you may be just the spiritual jolt they need to get going again. You could say, "Well, I need someone to jumpstart me." You're thinking a lot lately about your burdens and your problems and your feelings. You know the greatest way to get out of your pit is to reach out and help someone else out of theirs. Proverbs 11:25, "He who refreshes others will himself be refreshed." You have what someone needs today to get started again. And you know what? Don't just cruise on by, oblivious to the needs in front of you. Lord, show me who needs me today. Powerful prayer. That's the prayer that will make you the conduit to deliver the very resources of God to someone who really can't go on without them. You, my friend, are God's jumper cables.